Huh?
Karen is here.
Yeah. It's hard to access that chest muscle.
Yeah. And it's on there, like next to the shoulder.
How is everybody?
Hey, fucking letters. Your birthdays.
Although I didn't expect it to be so warm outside.
Yeah, it's that rain keeping it in. I went for a long walk this morning, so it's so nice out. All
It
right.
looks like it just started raining.
Oh, it did finally start. It said it was going to
It
start.
felt like a sprinkle. It started sprinkling. Yes, it did. We make you shine. Glitter. We're like you had glitter all over. Yes. Come in here now to get them dressed. Yes, you do.
Right.
Yes, you do. But my coat is not here as heavy as yours.
I know. She gets upset at me like sometimes like, Mom, I'm roasting in the studio.
She's up to something today.
Yeah.
Fred, you're letting me have the two ball and not taking it? That's amazing. Yes.
Girl. Come on, Trey, come over here. Yeah, I got it. Little nail. The maintenance guy's idea of repairing.
Taking your balls.
No, she's
Oh,
stepping
yeah.
on this. I gotta glue it back down. Yeah, that's not what we're doing. Ah, is it? Yeah, you will. Yeah, that's amazing. I also am very upset with my infrared heaters because I noticed this like yellow spot on the wall.
Oh.
And I was like, what is it? And it wasn't from on that side. And then I hung these heaters up this weekend. They forgot to put the insulation panel on the back of this. I called Amazon. No, just first of all, those have all been installed for a year, right? These two are new, and that one has an insulation panel on the back of it. This one doesn't, and I shot the wall with that gun. Thank God sheetrock is rated for like 300 some odd degrees kind of thing, but I was like, all right, guys, we're about to
fire.
Huh?
So we don't need
No, no. So yeah, all the other ones have insulation on the back of them, but yeah, that one did not. That's where she stays for all the hot classes. That's her spot. So what we're gonna do today is self-massage. Okay? We could. Just sit in a line, do the shoulders and stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little self-massage. We're gonna kind of do a Heinz 57 of the class today, if everybody's good with that, right? All right. So, it means just a mix mash of anything I want to throw at the mat today, kind of thing. So I do want to roll the shoulders out. I'm going to show you how to roll the shoulders first. I'm actually going to come over on the wall by you guys so you can watch everything. So we're going to roll in between the shoulder blade. We're going to roll on top of the shoulder blade. We're going to roll the spot grip sheet for his Vulcan death grip muscle, right? And then we're going to roll the shoulders. All right, and this is how it's going to go. I take it behind me, I lean against the wall, and I do little bitty motions up and down, side to side. If you really want to get in between the shoulder blade and the shoulder spine, you can take your hands, see how that pops my shoulder blade off. That's a really good place to get, and that looks like that. I'm going to go over all of this with you guys again, but you may not be tender there. You may be tender in another one of these spaces. You might want to focus more on that. So I'm going to show you everything, right? The next one is the muscles that come on top of the shoulder blade. And then I turn sideways and kind of get kind of like a motion thing going on. Notice I'm not moving my shoulder, I'm moving my whole body, right? Here, then I take it and I put it like I'm a broken ball. Okay. Yeah, we do all one side and then the other. And then to get the deltoids, we're going to do, yet again, we want to move our body, not the shoulder, like my arms hanging, right? So let's all do this together, and then you can find out which parts you want to focus on, okay? So take the pinky ball, put it behind your left shoulder, between the shoulder blade and the rib cage, and then walk the feet away from the wall. You may have to come from the underside too, it just depends how flexible your arm is. Walk the feet away from the wall, and then you can kind of like take the hips forward and back, and side to side, and it becomes more of a little bit of a shoulder. So I'm going to move on this wall now so everybody can see me. All right, so that's what all the little space is there. Let's take your arm, so drop your shoulder. Take that arm behind your back, whatever shoulder, whatever side you're rolling, take that arm behind your back. And try to roll that ball in between the shoulder blade and the rib cage a little bit. Okay? And then you're going to let it roll over on top of that scapula or shoulder blade, and you're going to do circles there. You're going to feel you have some stuff there. Yeah. And then you're going to take it, you're going to come into that broken doll. You're going to put it on top of the shoulder. Broken doll. Notice how my outer leg is way out, and I'm just kind of twisting my upper body. Going up and down a little. If you don't like what, the whole thing?
No.
If it doesn't feel good, then move on to another spot. That's the reason I'm trying to show you all these. If it's painful, yeah, uncomfortable. Yeah, we're working on knots and stuff, so it should be fairly. It's like almost a hurt so good, kind of weird, kind of yeah. And then we want to do our deltoid. And so that's the outer shoulder muscle. You can go side to side with that and even around to the front. So basically you have this whole left shoulder to work with. You've got 5 minutes to roll around and pick what you want to do with this space here. We're gonna exit out around 2:25 today, if that's okay. I got that eyeglass appointment. Drop Freya off. Walk Freya, drop Freya. I realized I said that out loud. Yeah. She also is getting to know the other words. Loki was to the point that I couldn't even spell around him. He knew if I spelled ball or park or walk or leash, if I said any of those words, so I started spelling them, right? Instead, and he picked up on what I was spelling too. Yeah, he's so smart. She's got a little husky in her. She's a little derpy. I love derpy. Yeah, huskies. Huskies are. So, have you ever heard the statement, "You're so smart, you're stupid"? It's an old statement. So, right, or smart, just smart enough to get you hurt. Right? She's really smart in some ways, but in some ways she's just so. She weighs around 50. She weighs about. Yeah, I think that's what she's gonna be. So I got her like around May 1st, and she was 12 weeks old at that time. So what, February? Yeah, she'll be a baby girl dog. That done needs to get all back in there.
Are we supposed to do this the one side? Or
Just the one side. We've got, we're doing it for a total of 5 minutes on each side. So we got another minute or so on this side. Let that arm relax. Don't move the shoulder into the ball. Move the ball in the body. Right. Go to the other side.
nobody can see the ball?
Well, so that's the thing is that I often joke about this in my rolling class. So I used to have a consistent rolling class in Atlanta, and I had a studio, but on the ground floor of a place like this, and it was a long studio. And so I would have like 24 people lined up, and all you could see is a bunch of bears on a tree, a bunch of bears on a tree, and people would walk. People do it. Yeah. They were like, That is the weirdest yoga I have ever seen in my entire life. But you know what was real? My favorite was to teach my balance and back player. I used to call it 50-50 is what I used to call it. So it was like 50% standing, 50% shorter kind of stuff, like just like we do. And that class had the funniest jokes about balls, and balls on the floor. They were, because they were all a bunch of socialite ladies, so they could come in there and be silly in that class, right? I heard more ball jokes than I heard in a bar. One more minute. So if you got any spots or where to aim at. So much like a stuffed animal. All right, guys, that was fine. Let's go ahead and have a seat in our chair. I'm going to turn you over there. Right, we're not flapping. We're just crossing. We're not flapping. We're just crossing. Okay. Yeah. So, I mirror image you, but you're more than welcome to do whatever you want to do. Put the ankle outside the flesh. We're going to take our hands behind our head. We're going to lean back. Open the elbows up. Open the chest up. Breathe. The shoulders drop towards the chair. Back to the neck for long. Tuck the chin a little bit, insolent teenager. Then come up and you go lean on that. Just give it a little pressure. We're looking for it to come parallel towards the earth. You know what kind of day it is when you forget to shave one of your legs. I forgot to shave one of my legs and I just found that out. So it's what it is. Yeah, not in this hot class. 90-degree room, I'm not wearing long pants. No, but you get things. Next circle. Then come up. So we're gonna do that. So come back, take those hands back. Take that upper back bend first. So it's kind of, what I do when we put the blanket behind our rib cage. So tuck the chin a little bit. Get the, is that hurt your knee? Take it down then. I don't know. Listen to me. Take it down because pain is not a thing in yoga. Okay? So open up the chest instead. There you go. Because if it's hurting, we're not doing it any good. It's telling you stop your nonsense. When we go into the stretch, I'll give you something so you can stretch. All right. For everybody that doesn't have a knee problem, you're going to lean forward. Those of you who do have a knee problem, I'm going to give you something that'll let that knee fall open and that hip fall open without hurting the knee. No, you need to do this side because you haven't done it yet. So you're just going to let it fall open right there. This is about the hip, not necessarily about getting the leg up there. Okay? Just relax, please. So just let your elbow sit on the inside of it. Instead of trying to go forward, put your weight on the inside of this with your arm. That's what, look at me. Even if it's up here, the goal isn't here. The goal is here. Yes. Yeah. That's it. Huh? The SI joint, the ilium and sacral joint. Ilium and sacral. But they call it a sacrum. But it's a sacral joint. Move that head. Is the SI joint keeping your knee up high? No, probably a tight psoas, tight performance, the ones that we were talking about. Yeah, but that also comes into the hip flexor too because you kayak a lot. So this is tight because you sit in a kayak doing that. So it's probably a lot of muscles, but those are pretty much the main culprits, the bigger of the muscles. All right, we're going to come back. Everybody is going to cross their left leg over their right like a lady in a chair. Because I need to be symmetrical for this one. We're going to sit a little forward. We're going to take that left hand back on the chair. And we're going to take that right arm cross and sit up tall and look over our back shoulder. Now, can you get both sit bones down? Both butt cheeks onto the chair. Especially that left. Now, feel your butt press down and the head reach up. Feel how long, not lifting the chin, but really like, if so you were balancing a book on your head, reach your head up like you're trying to press the book to the sky. And now come back center. We're gonna come forward. Just round for a second. Other side. Left arm over, right arm back, butt sit, buns down. Push the butt down so you have to have something to grow from, right? And then you're gonna feel like you're balancing a book across your, on top of your head. If you're in debutante school, flashes.
Flashes from the parachute.
Then come around. Come forward. Very good. So from here, we're going to take the knees wide. We're going to do the Jane Fonda, right? The knees super wide, the toes wide. We're pushing the knees open, turning to our right, both butt cheeks in the chair. And then other side. So we are going to sit at the edge of our chair. We're going to take our left leg in. So, now lift the heel of the right foot. Heel down the toes. And good. Lift the bottom. Side. Goes out. Arms go up. Don't release the back of the chair. Yep. Left. The heel. Heel down the ball. Ball down the heel down the ball. Foot flat, lift the ball. It's amazing how it changes just by ball toe of what's down, right? All right, guys, we're gonna come onto the floor. Take the chairs and put them up. Yeah. I'm gonna take this blanket and put it underneath for this moment, just for a little extra padding. So it's nice. Underneath the end of our mat.
We're not supposed to have
Oh, that was just for her. Yeah, no, not today. Not today. Yeah, throwing a curveball. All right, and we're gonna come into forearm plank.
You said you were not doing pain.
That's the reason I put the blanket under here. Mild discomfort.
When you said we're not in the pain, I thought, where did we get the planks?
Yeah. Girl, you should wear t-shirts like I wear. Like wear t-shirts. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, wear t-shirts. You'll be so much more comfortable. You're always like your shirt's always in your blouse is in your face, so it'll feel better. All right, so I've got my legs stretched out. I'm going to draw my belly button in and lift my hips up off the floor. This is all about your core. Press your feet down, hips are up, In through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Long, deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. Now let that head drop. And then pull it back up. Drop. And pull it back up. Drop. Pull it back up. And hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So we're going into Sphinx next. Your legs are together. Your elbows are under your shoulders. I'm trying to push my feet down, push my hips down, and really grow long out of the shoulders and pull the head back. I am pressing my feet down so much so that my knees are no longer on the mat, or pressing the tops of my feet down. And through the nose, out through the nose. 4, shoulders back. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Turn your head to the left. Make a pillow out of the hand. Turn the head to the right. And then bring the head center. Take those arms out in front of you. You're going to keep the head neutral, the hands neutral, and just lift the legs up off the floor by pressing the pubic bone down. Stretch the toes wide and try to touch the baseboards with the toes. Now slide the hands back 3 inches and lift those hearts. Push the hips down. Try to start to roll the biceps towards the direction of your thumbs. Yeah, even here, right? Yeah. 3, 2, and 1. Make a pillow out of your hands. Turn the head to the left. Rest. Big breath through the back ribs and the low spine. Turn the head the other direction. And now bring the hands out like you're about to do a push-up. You might have to tuck them underneath the edge of your blanket. We're going to bring our feet together, our big toes only touching. A lot of people try to touch the bottom of the feet. That's not what we're trying to do. We want to lift the thighs, lift the heart, and maybe lift the hands. 3, skydiver. 2, you feel like a skydiver yet? And 1, release, turn the head to the left. Turn the head to the right. Come center. We're going to reach our arms back now. We're going to lift everything up and hold. I'm really trying to touch the baseboard with my fingertips. So I'm not just lifting my hands, I'm actually reaching them back towards the wall behind me. 5, back to the next one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make a pillow out of the hands. Turn the head any direction that feels less rotation. So generally that's to the left, but you know, if your head doesn't feel quite as open to the right, then go ahead and turn to the right. But we're going now to the space that has less rotation first. Now turn your head the opposite direction for a moment. Come center. Reach those arms back again, but this time we're going to lift the legs and we're going to reach down and tap the right thigh. Come center. Tap the left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. One more time each side. Right. Center. Left. Center. Now fly everything really high. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn your head to the left. Rotation. Turn your head the other way. Very good. We're going to go into a shoulder stretch now. So I'm going to ask you to move your sternum just lower than the blanket, or move the blanket up a little bit. So it's still at your shoulder. It becomes more of a pillow than under our chest. We're going to let the right arm go out kind of at this angle. Do you see how the eyeball of my elbow is in line with my thumb? Right? So where you get an IV, right? And then I'm going to roll onto my right side. And I'm going to adjust that arm up and down, then that elbow up and down until I feel a stretch across the chest. So I'm like, is this in the chest? Is this in the chest? I don't want to feel it in the shoulder. I want to feel it in the chest. Until you, once you find it, stay there and settle. Deep breaths to the right side, rib cage and pectoral muscle, chest muscle. then come out of that. We're gonna do the other side. Yep. Arm out, and then you kind of roll over onto the side. So arm out sideways, go a little more Y shape. There you go. Listen to the body, be gentle. That shoulder bothering you? So, do what I'm doing. Take that blanket and I propped the shoulder. So I make a big mound right here. And it's kind of at an angle. Make it mounded in big warrior. We got. And then I'm gonna lay that shoulder socket on that so it's not doing that. Do you see what I'm saying? And then don't go all the way to the side. There you go. Let me see. You'll have enough of it on that now. Come out of it for just a second. I like really rolling mine. Now, that shoulder, that deltoid right on that arm here. How's that?
That's fine.
Better?
But no pain at all.
Yeah. Do you feel it in the chest now?
Not really.
So now that's where you adjust the arm and the shoulder again.
Yeah.
Okay. Then come up onto this a little more. This way a little more. There you go. So what we're doing is we're trying to pull the shoulder back with this mound and the chest drop forward. So this mound is doing more of the stretch. You're changing the angle of this, not to intensify it, but to correct the stretch. Okay? Is that better into the chest?
It is.
Okay. Come out of that. Everybody's gonna sit up for me. And you're gonna hug yourself. Just a little bit, sorry. And then whatever arm is on bottom is now on top. You want to reach around, try to get around to your shoulder blades to the best of your ability.
My body said, don't try to make friends with me after all that. You would be very nice.
All right, come out of that. And we are going, you can remove that. We're going to put this, now, do you see how flat this is? I want a very semi-flat place for your hips. And it kind of supports my low back a little bit. So my thoracic or my rib cage is on the floor. It doesn't have to be in specific shape, just to fold it one more time and that'll be enough. That'll be plenty. It's more about thickness than anything. You want to make yours flat? So rib cage on floor, low back and hips on blanket, strap in hand. Head not on wall. I'm gonna show you guys the thing that Doug Keller did last night. I'll show you guys. So you're gonna take the strap over your heel, and then you're gonna cross it behind your calf. Oh, he did it over the ball of the foot. Perfect. over the arch of the foot. And then came behind the calf. Put it on the arch. Crisscross behind the calf. And then let it come. Huh?
Yeah, wrong way there.
6 of one, half a dozen of another.
Like cheers.
No, like straight and bleed to your face. Stay on your own mat, leader. I'm the teacher. I am the teacher. You are the student. I will handle my students. Right, everybody on your mat. And other leg. So Jim, this is how you do it if you are flexible. Do you see what I'm saying? That was to support your calf and to make it come to you easier. If that is too low for me, do you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying change it. I'm saying this is another way, right? It's on your heel, only on your heel. Put it on your heel and cross it behind. So the one that he did, so now it's in front of your ankle. Take the strap off and put it on your heel. Take the strap, cross it behind your ankle.
There.
Yeah. See how you have to reach up higher for that one?
Yeah.
Whereas the other one, it was just too low for someone like whose leg is in their face already. So do which one feels best to you. Last I checked, you don't have my legs. Drop that strap off to the side. You're going to take the soles of the feet together, pull those feet in toward your body. And then you're going to put your feet down side by side. You're going to cross the right leg over the left like you're sitting in a chair like a lady in a miniskirt. Not like drinking beer. Close the gap. There you go. Drinking wine, maybe. Crawl the left foot over to the right side and then drop the knees to the left. Take the arms either out T shape or Y shape, whichever feels best on your body in this position.
like slip on, come up on this one.
Yes, yeah. Anytime you're in a twist, it's gonna come up. When you're in a supine twist or reclining twist, because we're trying to keep the hips relatively stacked, that hip will come up just to get the twist. You know, if I'm trying to access only your IT band, I would keep you flat on the back, let you take your leg over. This is full twist. Unpretzel before you roll onto your back. Center your hips. Cross the left leg over the right. Right foot crawls over to the left as you drop your knees to the right. And pretzel. Rock onto your spine. Hug your knees into your chest. Any little final movements that feel good to you. Then we're gonna lay out Shavasana. You can remove the blanket from underneath your hips. It'll probably feel better. Then you stretch your legs out. Lay flat onto the floor. You can cover with your blankets. Let your palms face the sky. Just to go through the body. Feel the toes relax. You feel the soles of the feet soften. Feel the back of the neck release. The ankles soften. And then the shoulders release. You're gonna let your calf muscles soften. And the biceps and triceps or upper arm muscle release. You're gonna feel your kneecaps float. Your elbows grow heavy. You're gonna feel your thigh bones root. Your chest expand with the breath. You're gonna feel your hips melt. Your whole spine feel long with your breath. for your whole body. Take the next breath. And then as you exhale, roll over onto whatever side beckons you. Nice and smooth. Take your time. Maybe you hug yourself for a minute. Maybe you draw your knees in.